That is our own number, so please write that down. We are taking calls for readings with Darshini In Spirit. We are live and local, national and international on great stations worldwide. For a complete list of our affiliates and show times, please visit beingwithronash.com. That's beingwithronash.com. We have Mary Lou joining us. Welcome to Being Mary Lou.
Hi, Mary Lou.
Hi, Ron.
Hi.
I'm running around the house cleaning as I listen. Run for the computer.
Multitasking, huh?
Yes, I do.
So,
Well, hello. I am so excited to get to talk to both of you. I hope you're having a great day.
oh, we are. What's your question today, Mary Lou?
I was wondering if you see anything coming up in my love life.
Okay. Well, I will say since, and you can confirm it, but what I'm seeing is since last November, you really have been going through some weird changes in your life. Would you say that? Things aren't, they're happening, but they're not happening. It's as if it's a
Yes.
stop-start. It sounds, they're giving me, and of course they've got a great sense of humor on the other side. It's like the Morse code. It's nearly started, but then it stops. And you seem to be going through a lot of changes within yourself since, I would say, for about 2 years. I would round about from February last year through July. Were you going through like mini depressions and challenges about your own belief systems? Not, I'm talking about just religion, I'm talking about everything. Career. Is that true?
Well, I went through a divorce several years ago, and I've been doing the single parent thing for a while. So
Okay. It's been
pull it all together, pull yourself up by the bootstraps, and just do it.
good. So really what you've been doing, and what I call in the book chapter change, and you haven't completed the cycle. Now I know that you want something, but you have to admit, I mean, do you really want something just to play with, or not to say you're going to play with, but really somebody significant? But quite frankly, you don't seem and if you don't know already, I'm brutally honest, so if you want me to continue, I presume you do, or not?
Go ahead. Yeah,
Okay,
go ahead.
yeah, that you're not quite ready yet. It's as if you're, sorry?
That's my computer talking.
Oh. Okay, so basically, you're on the pot. You're in a pot and you're still boiling. The soup hasn't completed its nurturing yet. And you really need to realize, just draw back a bit. You seem, you're a very intense person, aren't you? Very
I am drawn back. I can be intense, but
Yeah.
I am definitely in a cocoon and sheltered from the world.
Yeah, so you...
I mean, if I don't get what I want, I'd rather be alone.
Yeah, well, no, that sounds as if a tiny bit, if you must say, having a tantrum with spirit, because you need to realize that every relationship, I mean, I know you want to just get the one and that's it. It doesn't work that way. Every relationship, whether it's a friend or a boyfriend or a girlfriend, whatever it is really a teacher, and it teaches you for the ones that are going to be there forever. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
And
but I've had hard lessons, and I'm kind of done with that.
Yeah, well, you know, it's not your time, it's their timing. And they will produce it after you've learned your lessons. So don't, you know, that's why when I do readings, people say, well, tell me when the right one's coming. I'm not going to, because what you're going to do is to literally shine on any of the ones that really do matter in teaching you, and to teaching them, by the way. Remember, we're teachers and we're students, that teaching them, you to how to change yourself to be who you should be. Do you understand? Remember, they're also mirrors. Relationships are mirrors to who you are. And you've been in massive transition. I'm talking about even 2 or 3 years before the marriage ended. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
So basically, again, no nonsense, down to earth. I'm trying to tell you, be patient with yourself. There's a relationship coming in July, but you're a bit impatient with things. I'm talking about even generally. You want things now, which is great because you're a doer. If you want something, you go for it, like a pit bull. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to kind of not draw back on that, but realize that life is to be enjoyed a bit more, and you haven't really allowed yourself to enjoy life too. So look at that aspect and have some fun. Has your mother passed on?
No.
There's somebody who's a mother figure. It must be your. It's a great grandmother, I think, on your mother's side, but definitely maternal side. And they're saying you're not having fun. You're really, getting. Sorry.
Not having fun.
Yeah.
I am not having fun.
Yeah, you're being the single mother, and you're being the soldier, stiff upper lip, as we say in England. But you know what? You're not having fun, and until you find fun in your life, you won't really see that aspect of yourself. Do you see that, Mary Lou?
Yes.
Okay, I hope that helps you. But it will come. But start enjoying. Let go of the need. And again, we talked about the controlling. If we get out of our own way, if you heard the first part of the show, you'll really get those miracles you're asking for, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right, best of luck.
All right, bye.
All right, bye-bye.
We have Gidget joining us. Welcome to being Gidget.
Hi, Ron. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Okay.
Very welcome. What can we do for you today?
I'm going to ask pretty much what Mary Lou was asking.
Okay, I guess.
You know what it is? It's spring, and everybody wants romance in the springtime.
Yeah, the lambs are going, bouncing around. Okay, the after effects of February 14th. But, you're in a different mode here. You're kind of shy and reclusive, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and you want it, but then I hate to say it, I'm going to kind of give you a spiritual hit on the head here, that you don't go out and look, you'll say, well, where is it? But you don't have, I wouldn't say the wherewithal, you're just very shy and very private, I would say, that you don't want to go out and, you don't want to be socializing in bars, but you don't know how to get the first foot out of the door. Does that make sense to you?
Totally.
Okay, so this way is you've been in a kind of different change round about August last year, but it really started in March. August last year, you've been feeling as if you weren't really appreciating yourself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And you've been going through a real, a bit too, I would say, brutal self-analysis. Oh, why can't I find happiness? My friends are married with kids, blah, blah, blah. And what is it about me? And I think that's one of your traits, and this may not be a good thing, that you're too self-critical of yourself. Is that true?
Totally true.
Okay, so what you need to do is look at yourself, hit yourself on the head and say, stop it, every time you start self-analyzing. And you know what, in the book, I've sectioned people in emotionals and logics. Even though you're pretty much an emotional, you are a bit more of a logic, and you're trying to, why people come to people like me for readings is because they're so near the tree, they're kissing the bark and not seeing the forest. You see what I mean? So you want confirmation because we're too near it. And with you're examining how many rings the tree has. You're that close. So back off and really go find something that you really enjoy doing. If it's hiking or being outdoors, which is what I see you are. Are you near a lot of woods or a country?
I'm in Arizona, so I'm desert. I just went hiking yesterday.
Okay, so find groups that, like meetup groups, safe meetups. Check it out first. Don't go on your own. I get kind of nervous, even though I've got meetup groups too. But make sure that you're secure. But find things you love doing. You kind of like the geology of things too, don't you?
Yeah.
Okay, so find a course that you could go, and you'll be surprised that you're going to find, and I see a guy who's kind of shy like you, so I don't know, it's like two shy people kind of stubbing their toes, looking down and not really looking at each other. You're so shy. So have the guts to say, hey, you want to have a cup of coffee? It doesn't hurt to say that. Practice it on your own, and you may feel a bit stupid doing it at home, but nobody's watching you except Spirit and your guides, but they're having a good laugh anyway. So really find the humor. You've got absolutely cute and gorgeous sense of humor. Use that on yourself. You're just too hard on yourself. I hope that really helps you, and you will find something. But really find a courses that you align with, and have some fun again. So same kind of advice, but a different bent. Okay. Hope that helps you.
You're a gem. You're a gem. Thank you very much.
No, you are. Take care. Blessings.
Thanks for the call, Kitchen.
Thank you, Mom.
All right, we have Cindy from Florida.
Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Ron. Hi, Darshini. How are you this morning?
Fine, Cindy. What kind of question would you like me to answer?
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to stick with the relationship questions.
Oh.
The theme of the show.
Ooh, you're crafty. Okay. Well, you are more in between the other two, and that is that you are aggressive with what you want. You know what you want, but really you don't. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. In other words, you don't really, you know how to put your toe in the water and get it wet. And don't ask me why they're showing me that picture. But you tend to also draw back. And I really feel it's a relationship that you, or maybe two relationships in the past that kind of did you, how can I say this, wrong? Does that make sense to you? That you draw back in a relationship. And because of that, you don't really give them a chance. You already have written the script. You're like a script writer in your head, and you've kind of written the script before it's even started sometimes about a relationship. Unknowingly, I'm not talking about knowingly doing this. So unconsciously you are doing that. So you really have to reinvent or rewrite your script in the head and say, okay, I'm going to give it a chance, even though, and quite frankly, you're kind of, I would say finicky. You're very exacting in what you want in a person, in a relationship. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I'm very clear about what I want, and I don't want to settle.
Yeah, well, you know what? They're kind of laughing at you on that one. Not to be mean, but basically, people, if you really start looking around, and this is your homework assignment, look around at your friends who are really happy with their relationships and ask them, is that what you really had in mind, what you wanted, your list? Let me tell you a story quickly, Cindy. When I first started doing readings about 6 or 7 years ago, a woman comes up to me and she says, well, I want the guy in my life that's perfect. And I said, okay, great. Go make a list. And in that list, make sure that you put everything you want, a smile, a sense of humor, whatever. Great looking. And she comes and she emailed me and said, I found the most fantastic guy. I can't believe it worked. So then she comes to me about 3 months later and she's so dour and she's kind of depressed. And I said, why are you back? And she said, well, I found the guy of my dreams, but I can't stand him. You understand?
Yeah. Well, I'm not as picky as in, he's got to be Mr. Perfect.
No, I know.
Things that are not, I put up with so much crap before in relationships, I've learned a lesson, and there's things that I will not tolerate.
Yeah, no, I realize that. Yeah, in that list, there's this form list, but there are certain things that you don't even know that you're scripting in there, that you don't even realize you're reacting to, Cindy. Really think about this and have a communication with yourself by writing things down and kind of journaling to yourself. What do I really want? And you'll find things, I'm not kidding, I'm not wrong, Ron will tell you, and I don't know, my students will tell you, that when I'm telling you, please write it down, you'll find and discover things that you don't even know that you're closing the gate on. Yes, I know that your relationships have really hurt you and you're not going to accept certain things, and I don't blame you for that. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about other things that have creeped in that you don't even know that are present. Okay, Cindy, does that help?
Yes. There's a person that I know, and I've known him for quite a while, that has contacted me recently and looking forward into the first week of May, wanting to get together and go to a social event. And I was wondering, what do you see with that particular relationship as far as is there a future there? Are they just
Whatever.
is there sincerity, the intentions?
Okay. Well, quite frankly, they're on the same kind of boat you are, that they want something to work, but really there are so many adjustments with that kind of dance or courtship there that I don't. They're saying give it time, because you're a pretty intense person, aren't you? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the other person is too. So really do some of this homework, and you'll realize there are certain things, because you're putting kind of not exactly all your eggs in one basket, but you really have to see that there is far more that what's going to go on in that courtship. I'm not going to tell you where I see it go. Obviously I do, but you need, because otherwise you're going to look at the end result and not really what's going on. I think the person has got a sweet, great sense of humor, but you need to also expand, not exactly your horizon, but just don't stick to one thing or one person. Just go and date for the fun of it too. All right? I hope that helps you. You will find somebody, but you need to also change your perception of things. And please do the homework, and it will help you see what I'm talking about. Okay, Cindy?
Okay, thank you.
All right, go to luck.